Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be going through some of the new items at Target that are either coming soon or that have recently launched, like for the spring collections. Mainly I found a lot of items with the Hearth and Hand collection, so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today, just things that have caught my eye and I think would be really good purchases to make. So let's just hop right into it. So the first thing that I have is this Decorative Stoneware Bowl, which I think is actually a really affordable price point for stoneware. It's at $24.99 and it's about 11 inches, so I think it's a good size. It's pretty versatile and it would be great for table styling. I would probably add some natural moss in it to just keep it like really simple looking and just give it a natural look. Next up, I saw this wood mantle shelf, and I really love this piece. I love the little details of the, I don't really know what to call it, but the squares that are underneath the shelf. I think it gives it a really nice look. And I think that the size of it, it comes in a 2-foot and then a 3-foot, I believe. But I think that the size makes it really versatile for anywhere. I would love to see this like in a kitchen or a bathroom or a laundry room to kind of warm it up, since it is like that nice wooden, like mid-tone wood. And the way that I would style it is layered with some like picture frames and then like a little bit of greenery in a nice neutral vase is kind of how I would style that. Next up, we have these blue framed prints that are coming on January 16th. I really love the look of these. I think that these could really bring like a calming effect to a bedroom, and I'm really loving blue for this upcoming like spring season. I'm sure you guys will see some of that coming up in my decor too. And I think that I would style these like above a chest of drawers like I have here. I think they would be really pretty, and then maybe tie in blue somewhere else in the room, like a vase on a nightstand or like a throw that has a blue accent. I think would be really pretty, but I'm really loving these as well. So these carved ceramic table lamps are probably one of my favorite finds that I saw at Target. They do come in a dark gray and like a cream color, and I just think they're beautiful. I think they're a great alternative if maybe you're not into the super textured and really aged looking lamps. I think these have like a really clean look, so you kind of get that lived in, like maybe a little bit vintage feel, but they just have those really clean lines and they don't look so like dirty, kind of aged, which I enjoy sometimes, but also I can appreciate pieces like this too. And I also really love that they have the copper accents. I think that's pretty different. We see a lot of the gold now. So this is also a piece that's coming on February 10th, and it is the light wood floor lamp, and I really love this piece. I think it's also one of my favorite items. I'm kind of into the lamps, as you can tell. This would be really perfect to add like a wooden element to a room where maybe you would want to add a piece of wooden furniture but don't want to commit or don't have the space to add a huge piece of furniture. This would be, you know, perfect for smaller areas and can add that warmth that a wooden piece of furniture would add. And I also think that a nice floor lamp is just a staple to have for anybody. And so next up, I found this faux snake plant, which I really liked in this new collection from Hearth and Hand, the options they had for faux greenery and faux plants. I really liked a lot of them. So I think that the pot on this is really beautiful. I love the muted and neutral tones, obviously, and I think it's a great height, 21 inches. It's not too tall to where you can't put it on like a table or like a console table or anything like that, but you also could style it like on top of a little plant stool and use it on the floor too. I think it's still a good height for that. And I also really like the tone of greenery that this has. It's like a muted tone. So this is another faux plant from the collection. This is a faux fern, and this one, some of the reviews said that in person it didn't look great. It kind of looked a little bit cheap, so it might be something we need to look at in person, but from the picture it does have a really natural look. Again, I really like the shade of greenery from the pictures online. It still has that same really cute pot that has the neutral tones, so I really like that, but again, it might be one we need to see in person. And I found one more plant that I really liked. So this is the faux rubber leaf potted plant. So this kind of has a similar pot, but it's mainly white, it looks like, which I still really like. I just like the look of this like simple pot it's in. And I also really like that it comes in like this greenish purplish shade. I think it's a nice plant to transition from winter into spring with. So this throw blanket is coming on January 23rd, and I really love like the gauzy look of this. I think it would be great to just add some texture to your bedding or on a blanket ladder. I think that a throw like this is just a staple, and it comes in a few different gray shades, which I would have liked to see this one maybe with like a blue accent to kind of go with the blue theme that I kind of see throughout the collection, but neutrals are always great too. They'll go through all of the seasons, so I think this was a really great piece that I would like to have myself. So this is coming February 4th, and it is a pedestal wood console table in a natural wood shade, and I love this. I love the look of this. It's like simple and kind of traditional looking, but it's very clean, so it doesn't look, you know, overly traditional. But it's just a simple shape, and I think this could go in a lot of different styles of like home decor. I've really been kind of looking for a wooden console table myself, and I really love this one. It would have been pretty to see it in like a walnut kind of shade, because sometimes if I do too much of these like natural tones, it can kind of give a different look than what I'm personally going for. So I like these natural wood tones in moderation, but overall I do really like this console table, and it's not a terrible price, you know, $220. You might be able to find something a little bit cheaper, but depending on the quality, we would kind of have to see it in person, but it could be a really nice solid table, and that would make it kind of worth the price in my opinion. So the next item is also launching on February 4th, and it is this upholstered slipper dining chair, which I personally really love and would really like to get these for the ends of our dining table too. I think that they just have a beautiful classic shape, and obviously I love the cream and the neutral. That could be a little risky for like a regularly used dining chair, so something to keep in mind, but I feel like it has a really classic shape, while also the gap between like the back legs and the back of the chair, there's like a little space. I think it kind of makes it a little bit modern, and I personally love items like this that have like small twists on a classic look, so this is one of my other favorite pieces in the collection here. And this is the Pedestal Wood Coffee table, so it's the same shape as that console table we looked at, which this is just as beautiful too, and I think that for $219.99 for the price of this coffee table, for some reason that like sits better with me than the price for the console table. So if you want this similar look, I maybe would go with a coffee table personally, but I think that this would be great too for a living room that is maybe tighter on space, because it has that small profile, and because it has just the two pedestal legs, it's not going to take up a lot of floor space. So I think this would be a great option for somebody that's looking for just a smaller profile coffee table. And this is another coffee table that is launching on February 4th. So this one comes in the rectangle shape and the round shape, and again $219.99. And I personally really love the traditional look of this. I would love to see this with like a really modern sofa. I think that that like juxtaposition would be really beautiful, but I don't know, I'm really drawn to maybe the color of this or just the style, because it's just something that we don't see a lot of anymore. But I personally would really love to have this coffee table too. I think it is really beautiful and just different. So I did come across this headboard that looks like it's available now, but I thought about this because I think it would be a great investment piece if you wanted to change kind of the look of a whole room without buying like all new furniture. I think this could be like a great statement piece in a bedroom, and just use like really neutral bedding, and you know, just kind of play with the textures there as opposed to the color, and just let this kind of shine. It does come in a black, a light wood color, and then this kind of dark brown wood. I personally like the dark brown. I think it just looks really pretty and different, but I think that it's, you know, just a beautiful piece. It's a little bit of an investment. I believe it's about $269.99, and I think that I found our entire bed frame on Wayfair for probably around the same price, so that's something to keep in mind. But you know, if you're willing to put, you know, the money into it, I think this is a really beautiful piece that could change the whole vibe of a bedroom. So this is a Studio McGee piece, but it is coming on January 23rd, and it's this Ventura Bench in like a natural tone, and I just really love this. A bench is a great way to just like kind of take up a little bit of space in an entryway, kind of make it feel a little bit homey and cozy. I would love to see this at the end of a bed too, but I really like this one in particular because it has the like long cushion, and I just like that kind of sleek and clean look of this one. But I think $170 actually is a pretty good price for this. I would want to see it in person to kind of see where the quality is with it, but if it's nice quality, then I think this is a good price for a bench like this. And the last thing that I have to share with you guys today is this kind of accent chair that is coming on January 23rd. I was really drawn to the shape of this chair. I think the arms just have kind of like, it's a clean line look, but it's also like a little bit like modern and still traditional. I think the tone of the wood makes it a little bit more traditional, but I just like the cleanness of it a lot. I think that they look like they have a smaller profile, so they would go well in a living room where maybe you don't have a lot of room to kind of work with, but you want to add some additional seating. I think this would be a really good option, and I just think overall they have just a unique look, so I was really drawn to these and really like them. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys that was new at Target. I hope you enjoyed this style of video and found some pieces that you were interested in as well, and maybe gave you some ideas for redecorating this time of year. I think the new year is a great time to kind of explore different styles and just freshen up your space. So give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and please subscribe if you are not already. I would love to have you here. Bye.